Water, water everywhere, was first published in the Rime of the Ancient Mariner in 1798. But it just as well describes the treasure coast of Florida today. Water is essential to almost every component of Treasure Coast life. Water is the reason that many of us came and live here. Water is used for drinking, boating, swimming, sport and commercial fishing, and supports a myriad of commercial establishments throughout the Treasure Coast. For the past 50 years, the Florida Oceanographic Society has been at the forefront of activities to preserve and protect our precious water resources. They have done this through research and education programs, restoration activities, and passionate advocacy at all governmental and regulatory levels.
We started out opening the visitor center, had about 6,000 visitors that first year, 1994-95, and it grew to about 55,000 visitors a year now. We have about 20 full-time staff, part-time staff, 250 active volunteers that put in 19,000 hours a year. And we do a lot of education programs, a lot of research efforts and restoration of the estuary and the lagoon, and by oyster reef restoration and other seagrasses and things. And then we get into, our advocacy work too, that we try to advocate for getting the water right in South Florida.
I've been working with Florida Oceanographic for 2 years now on a professional level, and we've been members here as a family for about 4.5 years. And Florida Oceanographic is arguably the best place for marine education in our area. It really, it offers the opportunity for people in the community to come and learn, but also people in the classroom, such as myself, teachers, to bring students to physically do hands-on activities. I have students involved in seagrass monitoring programs here at the Florida Oceanographic Institute. We've worked with Dr. Encomio and some of his graduate students doing seagrass monitoring on some of the endangered species that are only found here in the lagoon. We've worked on the Florida program last year, doing oyster restoration and shoreline habitat restoration, which is unbelievable in the fact that you can teach about it all you want in the classroom, but physically getting the students out in the field and having them get their hands dirty and see the topics in the textbook put into action it's invaluable, and it's an asset to our community and to the students' education.
I love the water. All my friends love the water. We love to surf, we love to fish. You see tons of fish when you're out surfing. We have such an amazing ecosystem. You can pull up a new fish every time you cast a line. I first learned about the Florida Oceanographic Center through our education system. From elementary school, even into high school, you visit the Florida Oceanographic Center, and they just have so many activities geared towards any grade level. I love to pet the stingrays. I'm a huge fan of going on the nature trails. There's so much to see. It takes you right out to the lagoon. You get to see how they bag the oysters. They have a great fish tank. All the fish tanks are wonderful to look at. You see something new every time you come here. You get the touch tanks. That's my favorite. You get to touch all the fish. So I was inspired to work here, volunteer here a couple times. I love to work with fish, and that was always a big dream. Part of the reason I took a marine biology class was this place right here. It inspired me to want to take my love for the ocean and any marine system that much farther.
Florida Oceanographic is many things. We have our aquarium, so we obviously are focusing on fish. We also have some fantastic habitat in the back on our property and also across the street at the beach. And so it was a natural to look into everything that we could possibly educate people about on site. That's because we do some fun things, and we go out birding as a group, and a lot of people really relate to going as a group. Instead of just being by themselves and watching a bird out the window, they like to get together with like-minded people who are all seeing these things for the first time too. My name is Ellie. Come on out birding with me and see some of the beautiful parts of our habitats here in Florida.
I mainly work in the estuaries, and particularly studying oyster reefs and particularly working on oyster restoration projects in our area. Well, a lot of our citizen science programs, like our oyster reef programs and our seagrass programs, get people, not only teach them about the importance of these resources, but also it gets them out and in them, and getting their getting hands-on experiences, getting their feet and hands dirty and wet, and I think that really adds to that learning experience, especially for school kids, where there aren't a lot of opportunities for them to learn outside of the classroom, and this is an opportunity to do that.
I'm one of the main educators, but I also started the nighttime sea turtle walk program 5 years ago, where we take people out under state permit during June and July to let them witness a loggerhead sea turtle lay her eggs before returning out to sea. We can talk about the importance of safe boating, because our resident sea turtles are here for the fact that they were struck by boats and can never return to sea. The program is ages 6 and up. We had a gentleman also that was 92, and it was his first walk, and said one of the most beneficial or greatest experiences of his life.
I'm a local fishing captain here in Jensen Beach, and moved here because, well, the Indian River Lagoon is such a fantastic, diverse ecosystem, and being a fisherman, it's just one of the most dynamite places to fish on the planet. I love this place. This place is my home. The fishing here is literally, I've been around the world. I've traveled to most of the top fishing destinations on the planet. And I can honestly say, I look forward to coming home because we have such fantastic fishing here. This being one of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet, we really have to kick it up and do our part to save this river and to make sure that it stays for future generations in the pristine condition that it could be in.
I would encourage everyone to get involved. How do you get involved? You basically need to jump right in and not only educate yourself about what's going on, but educate others. You need to get out there and help to educate not only our young people, but as well as our adults and everybody. And we can do that a lot through the social media and aspects like that. But we can also educate our lawmakers and our policymakers. They need to make the change. The political will needs to be there. And that's only going to change and happen if people get involved and they take action to go do something. And so we encourage that. We encourage, hey, we'll give you all the knowledge you need and show you the research that backs it up, but you need to get involved and get out there and take action yourself. You can't just be a bystander anymore.
If you want to continue to enjoy Florida's waters, we have a responsibility to protect them. So I hope you will join me in supporting this worthwhile organization. Find out how to get involved at floridaocean.org.